All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Drake. So I just got some mail in. Now I did already open it a little bit just to make sure that I didn't have any other addresses on here. There were like three packages here, and they all had addresses on them. So I wanted to make sure that we got past that. Granted, if you watched my last video, then you'll know that some of you will probably end up having my address because you're gonna have to be mailing me stuff, specifically cards for signing. So if that's interesting to you, go check that video out. I'm working on with three artists for this month, me and David. And so the idea is that those of you that live in North and South America, send your cards to me that you want signed. If you live in Oceanic or the Asian regions, you'll send them through David. And then we'll, whoever the artists are that we're featuring that month, send them off to the artist. That way they only have one package to deal with, and they're not trying to deal with 500 different people sending them all cards to sign. Get them to the artist. They just do sign, 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 sign. Done. Send them back. And then me and David will handle the rest of the logistics after that. So, I did already open this, like I said, to make sure that addresses weren't there. Now, before people get upset, these aren't all for me, okay? I promise. I've got a ton of different people that I've got to send these out to. Okay? Sorry. Sorry about that. I did just get out of the hospital. Not COVID or anything. Nothing like that. I'm fine. So, let's go through and see what we got. Come on. This bag. There we go. So, number 11 of 45. That's right. With this set, with Tales of Aria, they upped the number of artist proofs per card to 45 from 30 is what it looks like. So, that's going to be something from Tales. Oh, it's a shock charmer. You're going to see a few of those. Number 20, 45, 21. There's 22, 23, 24. See where we're getting here? Again, I promise they're not all for me, okay? Don't come after me about this. I just arranged for a lot of people here in the States to receive them through me. So I'll be mailing some of these out. Some of them are for local people, so I'll just be hand delivering them to you guys. There's a Beacon of Victory. A Fulminate. Force of Vigor. A Soul Shackle. Another Soul Shackle. I kind of already have an idea of who these are all going to, so I'm trying to split them out based off of that, from what I can remember. Heaven's Claws. Oh, so let's see if he numbered these. Huh. He did. It's 45. I thought these were only of 30. That's interesting. I might be wrong about that then. There's some Overflexes. Piercing Shadow Vice. Ooh, Unhallowed Rites. And there's a blue Piercing Shadow Vice. That's going to be for him over here. Singeing Steelblade. Piercing Shadow Vice. And Unhallowed Rites. Like I said, not all for me, I promise. So let's out. Will these work? In this. find out. Nice. So, I did also want to mention something about, before I start doing this, I'm going to have to re-sleeve these. Sleeves he sent are a little too big for these outer sleeves. I did want to touch on something. And that is shock charmers. Okay? Let's get a bigger zoom. Let's try to bring it closer some, so you can actually see some of the art better. So, this is the artwork that's on the card for shock charmers, right? Well, has anybody actually seen the full art for this thing? It is ridiculous. The actual artwork for shock charmers was cropped like crazy. I mean, she has a forehead. You have so much more detail in the background. Her dress, I can't believe this was chopped so much. Here's LSS. This is something you need to do, all right? This is something you need to do for this card, just to do it justice. So you know how Tunic, right? There's Tunic. That's the normal art for Fyendal's Spring Tunic. The art that you can open from a pack, from Welcome to Wraith or Crucible. But then, for those of us who got first place at a Road to Nationals, we got this. A full art variant of Fyendal's Spring Tunic. Do that. Do that for shock charmers. Actually highlight the artwork that he did. It's amazing. Okay? So, call out to LSS. Do that. Do something like that, just because it's a travesty for how badly this card was cut and chopped. I don't understand why. I mean, I get... So LSS has done this before, okay? This isn't new, as you can see with... It's not like these are the only two cards they did this for. Okay, they did it for Irene's... A few of Irene's cards. Aether Ironweave, specifically, was cropped like crazy. That was actually the basis behind the sketch that I asked her to do for that card, for the proof of that card, showing off like, hey, I want a sketch of the rest of the art. So I'm hoping that that works out. Or it did work out. What she did was amazing and absolutely gorgeous. Now again, artist proofs have no foiling. There's some foiling in his signature with the gold pen, but the actual artwork itself is non-foil. So at this time, this is the only way to get a non-foil shock charmers. Of course, it's not tournament legal. I'm actually working with LSS on that. I'm trying to convince them, hey, why are we not letting these be tournament legal? They don't go in the deck. They stay outside. If they're artist proofs, specifically if they're artist proofs, not proxies or anything like that. Unfortunately, they're considering artist proofs the same as proxies, which, okay, sure. I don't agree with it, but their whole thing is it's not an actual. Alright, had an issue. I knocked the camera, almost knocked the camera over. We're back at it, though. He's actually got all these coming towards him. So, Dan, these are all headed your way. He's one of the guys that I'm sending stuff out to. I'll get that in a harder case too. Don't you worry. I don't like that sleeve. Oh, like I was saying, they don't go in the deck. Artist proofs, like if we use them as just equipments, if they allow just equipments of artist proofs, they wouldn't go in the deck. So you don't have the issue of being able to look at the last card, or at the back of your sleeve, and knowing, oh, I know what's coming up there. Because some artist proofs, they might be painted. That's an option. In other games, that's an option. Painted artist proofs. I haven't met any of the artists here who are doing that yet. Just wait. That might be coming. I would like it to be coming. Can you imagine that painted? Oh, that'd be epic. I'm not going to say your actual name because you probably don't want to be known by that. But Super S word. This one's coming to you. I'll be dropping this off at the shop for you to pick up probably. If I can't meet you there. Again, I'm sorry about my voice. It was respiratory. It was not COVID, but it was respiratory that had me in the hospital. So I just really wanted to get this filmed off and get it posted out there. Because I got to drop some of these off in the mail today. In there nice and snug, but carefully. Oh, again. So the way I'm doing these actually, so the sticky part of a sticky note, I'm putting on the back, and then tape on the front, but there's no tape at the seam or anything like that where the card could potentially come in contact with. Because if this gets stuck on tape, you absolutely can ruin these cards. And we don't want that. Not with something like this, that are such limited quantities and so hard to acquire. And so I try to take as much care packaging them as I possibly can. Those of them that are getting mailed out will be coming in bubble mailers, just for that extra protection. Because I don't want to put these in a plain white envelope. That would make me too nervous if I did that. I want to make sure these get to people safely. With this one coming to Matt. That's yours. I don't know why my camera rotated there. But I'll call it right then anyways. Let's go ahead and throw some of this stuff back up. Yeah. Versus the Tunic. Night and day, right? I can't even believe they tried that. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll have my Discord, my Instagram, and everything down at the bottom in the description. And I'll probably make that the thumbnail for this. Goes with it, right? Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to get in on the signed cards, the card signings, shoot me an email, shoot me a message. available. I'm accessible. So have a good one, y'all.